Breaking inputs of Prime Minister Modi's latest tweet here, and this is in reaching out to SAARC nations. Leadership of SAARC nations could chalk out a joint strategy to fight coronavirus and set an example for the world. He said that SAARC leadership can discuss via video conferencing ways to keep their citizens, their people healthy. Well, that being a word coming in from the Prime Minister through his official Twitter handle here in reaching out to SAARC nations to chalk out a strategy to fight coronavirus here as far as all SAARC nations standing together in taking those precautionary measures. This is the big story. I'm Seher Zama. India has unfortunately reported its first death because of coronavirus. 76-year-old man in Kalaburgi in Karnataka who died. Number of the cases in the country has also further risen to 75 today so far. With this, several schools that are shut across big cities, this includes Bengaluru and Delhi, despite exam season. Exams have been put on hold. Other states such as Chhattisgarh and Uttarakhand, they have also shut all their educational institutes till the end of March. It is mostly that the end of March, most governments are looking at nature of shutdowns, various shutdowns that have been announced by each respective government. And how is this impacting our lives today? Let's in fact also get in a reaction. Rajiv Shukla, who is currently speaking on the matter. This could be with respect to the issue pertaining to IPL. Let's take a listen in.
So if they want that there should not be crowd, there won't be crowd, like in Lucknow. Both the matches will take place, Lucknow as well as Kolkata. And but there won't be any crowd. So we have stopped the sale of the tickets, and we have told to the people not to ask for complimentaries.
Franchisees have discussed among themselves that they to postpone it till April 15th.
Because of the foreign players?
No,
I don't.
No. We, governing council will deliberate all these matters, and I think, it will happen. It will take place as per schedule.
As per schedule.
सर, जिस तरीके से आईपीएल के बारे में दिल्ली सरकार का फैसला है, क्या आईपीएल अपने सभी लोगों से बातचीत करेगी?
देखिए, आईपीएल के बारे में बीसीसीआई पूरी तरह से अवगत है. बीसीसीआई उतनी चिंतित है जितने कि बाकी सारे लोग. तो इसलिए अभी इसकी गवर्निंग काउंसिल की मीटिंग होगी. प्रेसिडेंट और सेक्रेटरी लगातार जो बीसीसीआई के हैं इस पर नज़र रखे हुए हैं, और जो आईपीएल चेयरमैन हैं, और वो सारी स्थिति को समझ के निर्णय लेंगे और गवर्निंग काउंसिल में निर्णय लिया जाएगा. अभी तक की जो मुझे स्थिति लगती है कि आईपीएल होगा, शेड्यूल पे होगा, और जो सरकार दिशा निर्देश जारी करेगी उसके अनुरूप होगा, उसी के तरह से होगा. वो सारा इशू भी अभी जो है गवर्निंग काउंसिल की मीटिंग में डिस्कस होगा. प्रिकॉशंस कैबिनेट सेक्रेटेरिएट ने, स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री ने, हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री ने सारे प्रिकॉशंस दिए, जिसमें कि गैदरिंग को डिस्करेज किया जाए, क्राउड ना हो. तो अगर वो कहते हैं कि बिना क्राउड के हो तो उस ढंग से कराया जाएगा. लेकिन जो है नहीं, वो इतना नहीं होता. भीड़ का मतलब होता है स्पेक्टेटर्स.
सर, क्लोज डोर होता है तो फाइनेंशियली कितना इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा बीसीसीआई को?
नहीं, वो सब भी जो है उसका सारा भी असेसमेंट किया जाएगा जब ये गवर्निंग काउंसिल की मीटिंग में.
पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री फारूक.
Okay, that's an important indicator there coming in from former IPL chairperson Mr. Rajiv Shukla there, and this is despite a final call that still needs to be taken tomorrow after tomorrow's meeting. But he's very clearly indicated here that these precautions announced by the government are going to be taken into account. So this is going to be an IPL this time so far as we're looking at it, which is not going to be having live audience, live spectators, and is not going to be able to have foreign international players as well. This is a big impact here of the coronavirus. Remember, the focus that continues to be through the day, the impact of coronavirus having on various aspects of our lives. Remember, as per guidelines, instructions that have come in from the central government sports ministry here, to go ahead with sporting events, those that are too close to take a call on have not been cancelled. So there are going to be the remaining 2 ODIs and the ICL final, which has to take place without live spectators. This is a decision that has been taken for IPL as well. So far as we look at it, it's important here to note that there is an important governing council meet to happen. A final call on that would come in. But so far as things are looking right now for the IPL, there will not be any live spectator, and there will not be any international players coming in as well. So essentially, they're going to be depending heavily as far as TV viewership here is concerned. Let me get in a word here from my colleague, our correspondent Ranadeep, with those inputs here. Ranadeep, it seems that IPL is going ahead as per schedule. They're taking a cue from the ISL final and the remaining 2 ODIs that these are matches that are scheduled. They will go ahead without a live spectator.
Rajiv Shukla is confirming that right now. Right now, we heard the soundbite where Rajiv Shukla has said that BCCI, despite being concerned regarding the IPL, has decided that the IPL will go on as per schedule, and they have taken all the precautions that need to be taken. Remember, Saurav Ganguly a few days ago had confirmed it as well, saying that the medical team is taking all the precautions. But now, Rajiv Shukla once again saying IPL will go on as scheduled, and it will. The decision will be taken after a discussion with the IPL governing council. That will happen in some time, and that is the latest that's coming in right now. IPL will go on as scheduled. If need be, the stands, the stadium will be kept empty and no spectators will be allowed, but then IPL will go on as scheduled.
Right, Ranadeep, important to note here that the crucial governing council meet, which is to take place tomorrow, is to take into account all of this is being discussed on how to go ahead with the IPL. So that meeting, which is still to take place tomorrow, a decision following that still needs to be heard. But Rajiv Shukla, as per this minute, making it very sure, making it very clear that their plans are to go ahead sacrificing the presence of live spectators and the losses in tickets sales that would come in.
Tickets, well, the Delhi franchise today has said that they are ready to play in some alternate venues, and if that keeps the disease or the coronavirus at bay, and they have once again said that we are ready to play in alternate venues, but we can continue with the IPL. Also, few franchises yesterday had put forward their problems of not playing the IPL or probably deferring the IPL because the foreign players will not be coming in right now to play the IPL, and that is the reason all the concerns that had come into the picture about IPL being deferred or maybe the IPL continuing. But Rajiv Shukla has once again dismissed all the allegations and said that now BCCI, although is yet to take a decision, but Rajiv Shukla has said that the discussion will happen in the governing council meeting tomorrow, but IPL right now will go on as scheduled.
Right. A final question there to you, Ranadeep, on all that has now been struck off the list so far, or what we know. International players will not be there, live spectators will not be there, and even Delhi as a venue will not be there. The Delhi AAP government has also made it clear there will be no IPL matches held here in the national capital. So these are all the things that have been struck off the list anyway before the governing council meet takes place. So what is really left of the IPL, and all that needs to be rescheduled then?
All these decisions are being taken right now. They are ICC and the IPL and the BCCI. Everybody is taking all decisions on all measures to keep the coronavirus at bay. Delhi has said that they won't let any matches be held in their stadiums, and all the franchises are not agreeing to play the IPL right now without foreign players. They are okay with deferring the IPL, but the decision will once again be taken in the governing council meeting that will take place tomorrow, and that we'll have to keep an eye on what comes forward in that decision, because there are multiple concerns that have been raised in the last 2 days.
Absolutely. Ranadeep, thank you for getting us those inputs there. Let's also look at not just an impact on major sporting tournaments, an impact on everyday life as well in all the announcements that have come in from various governments, which areas are shut, educational institutes not functioning. Let's get in that pan-India view from our team of correspondents. We have Alok Singh with us. This is from Janpath in New Delhi. Neha Hebale from Cubbon Park in Bengaluru. Srija from IT Park in Bengaluru, which is essentially already instructed all its employees to work from home. Santya Gora from the Gateway of India in Mumbai, and Pramod Madhav from the airport at Chennai. Let's first go across here to Alok with us at Janpath. Alok, Janpath is of course a very busy shopping hub. How is it looking today?
Well, sir, definitely, and it's the shopkeepers are facing a tough time today. In fact, today is Friday, and I'm just going inside the Janpath market, and I would just like to show you the view. And this is not the normal view of the Janpath market. If you see the people, these are the people who are there. They are in very less in numbers, and today is Friday, and on Friday, usually this whole market is remains very much crowded. In fact, the shopkeepers are telling us their experiences. Sir, जिस तरीके से भीड़ रहती है, उस तरह की भीड़ आज दिखाई नहीं दे रही है.
कोरोना वायरस का असर है.
कोरोना वायरस का असर है. सीधे तौर पे आपको लगता है कोरोना वायरस का ही कारण है. कितने दिन से ऐसा माहौल है यहाँ पर?
लास्ट वीक से चल रहा था.
एक हफ्ते से. अब तो कई जगह दुकानें, कई जगह दिल्ली सरकार ने भी कई चीज़ें बंद कर दी हैं, स्कूल्स बंद हो गए हैं और सिनेमा हॉल्स बंद हो गए हैं. उसका भी असर ही होगा सब जगह.
जी जी सर,
ठीक है.
असर है.
तो आज जो है, आज फ्राइडे है, फ्राइडे को देखते हुए काफ़ी कम है भीड़.
है ही नहीं सर, भीड़ ही नहीं है. दुकानदार हैं सारे, कोई मार्केट में कस्टमर ही नहीं है.
कोई कस्टमर नहीं है. So this is what the these shopkeepers are saying. In fact, some of the people who are coming here, let's talk to some of those as well. In fact, Seher, मैम आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, मैम अगर बात करना चाहें थोड़ा बहुत कि कोरोना वायरस के चलते काफ़ी जगह पर आप देख रहे होंगे मार्केट में भीड़ बड़ी कम हो रही है. किस तरीके से प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर्स ले रहे हैं आप लोग?
हम लोग हाथ की सफाई कर रहे हैं, सैनिटाइजर वगैरह यूज़ कर रहे हैं, आसपास पूरी सफाई रखते हैं.
अच्छा, ये है. लेकिन मार्केट आना है, क्योंकि मार्केट में की सरकार बार बार कह रही है कि लोगों से वेंचर आउट ना करें, मार्केटिंग ना करें, कम से कम भीड़ में जाएं.
जी, लेकिन मास्क लगा के चलिए, फिर उसका कोई प्रिकॉशन वही ले सकते हैं. और
वही ले सकते हैं. तो यानी कि आप प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर्स ले रही हैं.
हाँ जी.
Okay, so these are the customers as well. They are taking several precautionary measures, but the impact is on the business. If you talk about the whole business, the whole market, very less crowded today, and we always see that large number of people always gather over here, but very less number of people. Sir, back to you.
Absolutely. Alok, stay on with us while we get in other inputs from other big cities here as well. Neha Hebale is at Cubbon Park right now. Neha, a lot of these places, of course, still have not been shut by the government, but we're also looking at a lot of self-precautionary measures that are being taken by people.
Well, they're absolutely right. And, in an open lung space like, Cubbon Park in Bengaluru, which is actually, famous across the country for its green cover, what precautionary measures can you really put in place is the question that's being asked. Now, while, of course, on a daily basis, we see this place, just thronged by people during the lunch hour who ideally, come out to either have a picnic with their kids, you're talking about families, or you have little children, that come here to play after school. You also have, senior citizens that come here to, just enjoy a walk amidst the trees. But today, as you can see, and also over the past week, it has become rather deserted. Now, we're not saying that it doesn't have people at all. Of course it does. But on a regular day, on a regular afternoon like this, you would see this place brimming with people. And over the past week, yes, the number of people visiting the Cubbon Park have definitely declined. It is also a tourist, hotspot. We're looking at foreigners as well, that love visiting Cubbon Park, an iconic place, either, of course, for a photo shoot or probably just to take a stroll in the park. But really, the coronavirus effect being felt, pretty hard even over here in Bengaluru.
Yes, no more, no longer right now do you have people coming in for some fresh air. This is, of course, in the middle of the afternoon, but could still be busy given that a lot of schools and colleges are shut. But essentially, people are staying indoors. At IT Park there in the same city in Bengaluru, where we have Srija with us. Srija, this is a place which would be buzzing with activity yet again for all tech employees. But today being the last day of the week, or what we're looking at as well, but more importantly, most of them instructed to work from home.
Well, that's right, Seher. In fact, not just this one particular campus that we're talking about, but there are several other campuses, the IT parks across Bengaluru. As a preventive measure, yes, most of the companies have instructed their employees to work from home. But as far as this campus is concerned, which is the RMZ Infinity, now we see this is right opposite to a mall right here. And we do not see much of the employees because on a daily basis, we see at least employees anywhere between 5,000 and 6,000. The footfall that we're talking about. So it's not just a Google company that's housed right here in RMZ Infinity. You have Synopsys, you have State Street, then you also have ENY, Regus. There are several companies, including co-working space companies that have been set up right here in this very campus, considering the fact that, remember, there are over 6,000 employees who walk into this very campus. But today, you're looking at a very deserted place. Because we see only a handful of companies who have instructed their employees who once they can come to their offices, but we do not see on a regular basis how much of the employees, the footfall that we see on a regular basis has not been seen at this point in time. Also to give you another, in fact, idea about the traffic. Now, this particular stretch of road usually witnesses, especially traffic gridlock, because right opposite to this particular IT Tech Park is a mall. Once again, you can see that the mall also wears a very deserted look. You do not see, remember, the weekend has just begun, but you do not see much of the people actually venturing out, coming out, and also going to the malls as well. So this is the kind of situation that we are looking at, not just IT parks, but also theaters and malls as well, shopping malls. There also we do not see much of the people who are actually coming out and also wanting to take the risk. Right. Because remember, as far as Karnataka government is concerned, they have seen nearly 6 positive cases of coronavirus. Also, talking about the IT parks here in the city, there are several other IT parks apart from RMZ Infinity. They are also as a precautionary measure. Just last night, we saw a fumigation process, the chemical disinfection that was on.
Yes, let's go across to the other state here. Okay, I'm going to be getting inputs from Tamil Nadu in just a bit. That'll be important to see because Tamil Nadu so far has not recorded any cases of coronavirus. Our correspondent Pramod Madhav with us there. Pramod, you're at the airport in Chennai. Just yesterday, we had the state health minister of Tamil Nadu say that the state is coronavirus free. Thankfully, haven't reported any cases so far. So what is the nature of process of screening which is still on at the Chennai airport?
Certainly, just like you mentioned, thankfully, there have been no coronavirus positive patient here. There was one man from Kanchipuram, 45-year-old patient, who had a travel history of going to Oman and coming back, and he was also cured as per the health minister. And at Chennai airport, you could see the situation right now. It looks definitely deserted, not much people at all, and this is not the way it normally looks. If you could see on the left side, there are ambulances on standby. Normally, there are close to 2 to 3 ambulances that are on standby, and inside, after they finish all the screening for the temperature and every other work, if they find out, there is a possibility for someone to even, a least possibility of someone to carry coronavirus, immediately they are transported through these ambulances to Rajiv Gandhi Hospital, which is close by, and there they will be kept in quarantine for 14 days. That's the normal procedure, and that's been followed not just right now, but from January itself. The temperature has been very strenuously being followed down here. So that's the kind of situation at this spot. But however, since this airport is almost in a state where there's nobody, you cannot see anyone, the biggest problem here relies on the people who actually depend on the airport, the people who work here in helping with local transportation as such. They are the ones who are struggling a lot. We did speak to them earlier also. They very clearly mentioned the bigger problem here for them is that they do not get any kind of work right now. This is a kind of taxi service where the people have to stay for a longer period, and in general situation they get a minimum of 8 bookings. But right now the situation is entirely different, and as long as we've been standing over here, they have also been standing over here. That's not the situation. Every 15 minutes or at least they will get a booking. Not right now. And இந்த இடத்துல இப்போ இந்த passengers வரதெல்லாம் கம்மி ஆயிருச்சு இல்லையா, அதனால flight இப்போ எப்படி இருக்கு இந்த வண்டி போறதெல்லாம்?
ரொம்ப டல் ஆயிடுச்சுங்க. எங்களால குடும்பத்தை மெயின்டைன் பண்றதுக்கு ரொம்ப.
எத்தனை நாளா எப்படி இருக்கு?
ஒரு 20 நாளா இப்படி தான் இருக்குது.
Right. So he says like for close to 20 days they are struggling this manner because of the cancellation of flights and various other restrictions. இப்போ என்ன பண்றதா பிளான்ல இருக்கீங்க? ஏன்னா உங்க டாக்ஸி எல்லாம் இங்க தான் ஓடி ஆகணும். சோ
என்ன பண்றதுன்னு தெரியல. இருக்கிறதா என்ன பண்றதுன்னு எங்களுக்கு ஒன்றும் தெரியல.
இப்போ இந்த வேலையை விட்டு என்ன பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கு?
எங்களுக்கு இதை விட்டா வேற வேலை எதுவுமே தெரியாது. வேற வேலையே தெரியாது எங்களுக்கு.
என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்க.
இதை விட்டா வேற வேலை எங்களுக்கு தான் சார். இதுதான் சார் எங்களுக்கு தொழில். 42 வருஷமா இருக்கிறோம்.
This person has been in this field for nearly 40 years, and the taxis you see over here, these are special ones. What these people, the ones we just spoke to, they claim that they have no other means of earning money, and the thing here is that these special taxis and the way they work is also entirely different. They have to work 24 hours a day. That's how they do. One day they work, one day they take rest, and it's an entirely different system. And because of the issues with the airports and everything, the entire system is kind of going to collapse right now, and they are completely worried. Certain drivers said that they have to find another means of work. Probably they'll go and work in markets and things like that, whereas others say they are completely clueless, and that's the situation at Chennai Airport currently.
Yes, Pramod, that's a very important point that you've raised, because this is a ripple effect here to travel plans being cancelled, and how so many others would be independent of travel tourists here as well, and how it is impacting the cab business, the taxi business there currently at Chennai. Santhi Agora, our correspondent, is in Mumbai. This is at the Gateway of India is where she is. Remember, Gateway of India being one of those massive tourist hubs, and a lot of other people's livelihood that depends connected to this tourist hub. What are you getting there, Santhya?
Right now I'm at Gateway of India, and let me try and show you around. First, of course, the iconic structure here, and second, the place where I am at right now. So the footpath on which I am right now is actually, for the viewers who are not from Mumbai, this Taj Hotel right opposite Gateway of India, and this footpath usually is full of people. Even during the daytime, forget about the evenings, even during the daytimes, this footpath is always full of people. But that's not the case anymore. This road which you can see right opposite Taj Hotel is always full of taxis and Ola Ubers and other private vehicles. And it's always, the traffic is always slow on this road, but that's not the situation anymore. You can see that there are barely any cars or buses on this particular road as of now. So as far as Gateway of India is concerned, the footfall of tourists has dipped to 80%. That's what the people who are working here have told us, whether they are the professional photographers, whether they are people from Tours and Travels, which provide either the facility of Mumbai Darshan buses, or those who provide boats and ferry services to Alibag, Mandwa and Elephanta areas near Mumbai. That has also dipped. And let me try and show you the port also here. So these buses, these boats and ferry services which you can see right now, they are all at the port, they are at the harbour right now. But that is not the way this looks on a usual day, because all these boats and ferries, they are always, in this particular time period at least, are in the sea taking passengers, taking tourists to Elephanta, to Mandwa, to Alibag, to nearby areas. But that's not happening anymore. In fact, we were speaking to tours and travel agents also, and they were telling us that how earlier, even during the off-season, at least 20 to 25 boat services used to go to all these areas. But now that number has dropped to only 8 to 10 per day. And now, and earlier, even during off-seasons, how only 15 to 20 minutes were required to fill a boat. Now it takes more than an hour, and people are not ready to wait that much. So again, whoever decides to go and take a stroll in the sea, they cannot wait for a long time, and the business of these travel agents is getting badly impacted. And not just that, Mumbai Darshan buses. So Mumbai Darshan buses, that concept which is very, which Mumbai offers to its tourists.
These are various.
The bus gives a ride.
Right, Santhya, we got your point. These are various aspects of livelihood which is attached to tourism, be it tourist photographers, be it the local boat service, the ferry service, and also the Mumbai Darshan bus is what you're saying. And this is how it's having a ripple effect. It's not just a question of staying indoors, sitting tight in home, working from home, but it's also a question now, unfortunately, of how livelihoods are being affected, and which is what is being argued on the larger scale here as well, on how markets, various sectors are being affected. So we're of course hoping here that India continues to keep a tight watch We are getting an average of about 2 to 3 new cases per day, but largely better placed, much better placed than other countries. Thanks for being with us.